Hi, welcome to A Punk with Toys. My name is Lawrence, and today I'm going to take a look at something a little different, and that is I just picked up a G.I. Joe lot. So, got this for a very reasonable price, and that's the reason why I went with it. I only had one picture of it. And the reason I'm going to do this video is obviously to show what I got, but I've had a few people actually contact me or message me and say, hey, what's the best way to start collecting? You know, how is it that you come up with your stuff, or how do you get so much stuff? And really, unless you want to go on eBay and spend $100 on a figure, $50 on a figure, and if you are doing that, let me say this: if you're getting into collecting and you're going to go on eBay and pick up a Snake Eyes, a Falcon, whoever it is, make sure you get everything. When I started, I said, hey, you know what? I just want the figures. I don't care about the weapons. Big mistake. Big mistakes, because then you're chasing the weapons later and you find out you pay twice as much. So, if you're getting into it, if you want to get a figure, you're going to go on eBay, spend the extra $10 if you don't have the gun or the backpack for the figure that has it. It'll help you tremendously. So anyway, but what I want to do is, obviously, if you go back and, I'll post my last video for 2021 for my G.I. Joe room. So I'll post a link to that in here. But for the most part, obviously, I don't have everything. And so there's always little things that you might see. But this collection came across, someone had sent it to me and said, hey, would you be interested in this? This is how much they want for it. I quickly looked at it. There was one picture and I could spot a bunch of things that I needed. But at the same time, I could also look at it and say, hey, even if it's dirty, I can part that out and sell it on eBay and make my money back and some easily. So anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at it. We're going to look at everything that I got. I haven't even gone through it. Obviously, I can see here's one box, and then here's the box of vehicles. So this actually has a nice little mixture of figures and vehicles. So we'll take a look at it, and then you guys can kind of see this is how, other than the collection that I had already had growing up and nitpicking, once I started picking up lots, and you really want to try and get them at a good price, because your goal is to nitpick the things that you need or that you want, and then jettison off the other stuff. But the biggest thing about doing stuff like this is having the patience to sell it. Knowing that, hey, I have the Sky Striker frame. That you can hear, I have Sky Striker frame. Maybe I get $20 for it, okay? Well, if you don't need the money right now, you can kind of wait on it, post it on eBay, get a little bit of money, and do it that way. So let's take a look at everything and what I got here. Alright, so here's the vehicle box. This is a Sky Striker. This thing is dirty as hell, but it can be cleaned up, I'm assuming, decently. It still has the landing gear. God, I was really hoping it was going to have the front piece, because I do need that. Here's a Dragonfly Missile. So, it does have one of the afterburners, or engines, whatever it is. But there's a couple things on there. It's both their engine covers, so not too much to look at there. Here we have a Tomahawk. As you can see, I had so many pieces I could have completely completed this. But the one thing that I did need, and it has, is one missile, which I do need, and the canopy, which my canopy, this is crazy. When I was a kid, I was doing some arts and crafts with my mom, and I spray painted too close to it, and it got all over the canopy. But fortunately for me, it was gold, so it doesn't look absolutely awful. But when I saw the price of canopies, I was like, I'm not going to spend the money on that. But yeah, that has both its guns. It's got a couple of seats. I sold all the stuff that went with this. It even has the has these two little pieces, the controller, so that's nice. All right, so down here, let's look here. I saw this, and I wanted this. I need the gun, and I was so excited to see. This is the first time I'm seeing that it has the cover, so I needed both of this to make a complete Mobat. So that is pretty sweet. I'll be popping these off later on today. Now, depending on which one's better, in better condition. Here we have Dragonfly, which has seen much better days. But it does have a side cannon. Still has the top of the propellers here, so it still does technically work. The body looks to be in decent enough shape. There's the canopy. Here we have the bottom of it. So I've seen this in the picture. Has all the missiles. The covers, again, seeing better days. You can feel that it's loose, so that's going to be too bad. This is broken, so if I was to sell this, someone would have to replace that to get it complete. And it does not have the steering wheel. Saw the hiss. You can clearly see that it's missing the cannon, so I don't think that's too hard to come by. Although this one's in better condition than one of mine. Extremely dusty. Canopy's a little broken. Here we got the propeller for the Dragonfly. I believe I need a couple of the missiles here. Look at that, has one of the tanks. I have to look and see what version this is. Once again, here we are missing the steering wheel. It does have the covers. Seems to be in decent shape. Ooh, look at that. Look what that is. That, my friend, is Major Blood's blaster. Actually, that is that's the accessory pack one. And here we have a couple bad propellers that I won't be using and worrying about. All right. So now let's get to the fun stuff here. And that is what's in this box. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay it out. We'll come back, take a look at it. It's going to be too hard trying to pull all this stuff out. So, all right, so here's everything that I have, and I'm trying to think of the best way to show it. So what I'm going to do is you can kind of just see here, I'm going to sit down and take a look at it, and we'll go through it all as, I guess, looking at my ugly mug, but that's the best way I can see the camera and what I'm showing you. All right, so let me just say, when I I put this on a weight bench, so everything kind of, not everything, but a lot of stuff fell. Hold on. You can see one thing that already fell. When you're on a black mat here, probably not the best way to do things. But let me tell you, I already found some gems that I am pretty excited about. So, just to begin with, O-rings and screws came with it. So, at one time, they were fixing these things. So, let me just start with the first thing and how this is why you're willing to pick up stuff. Here we got version 1.5 Snake Eyes. I don't have this one. The one that I bought a few years ago, and obviously needs an O-ring, but you know what? We'll have that fixed, I don't know, probably by the end of the day. Is a straight arm. So I wasn't about to spend the extra money on a swivel, but I do have one here. It's a little beat up. You can kind of see. They did say they did some custom painting, I think, when he was a kid. So a little bit of stuff I might need to get rid of, but that right there might make everything worth it. I thought that I had seen this. Law and Order. Believe it or not, figure I've never had in my entire life. And he looks to be in really good shape. Nice O-ring. And here's your lift ticket. So I'm going to get rid of the Tomahawk. I can always get rid of it with him. I did see straight arm rock and roll, but unfortunately his thumbs have seen better days, because if you're like me, you know that, especially straight arms, those thumbs almost always broke. Here we have our Destro. Clearly needs a new O-ring, but looking at him, I mean, look at him, he's in really good shape. I don't see too many scuffs on them. I'm disappointed about that snake eyes now, but not going to be too mad because let's just say that I've kind of made my money back already looking at that. Here we have our stinger driver. So this is good. I have 2 stingers already, not complete, but now I have 2 complete. I'm almost complete. I don't think I have the steering wheels for all of them, but another stinger driver. So that's nice to have. Did notice there is an ace. So this now makes me have 3 aces. I'm not sure. I thought I saw the cover. I'll have to look for that in a minute. Major blood, but unfortunately his arm has seen better days, so not that big of a deal. Let's see here. Ooh. Straight arm zap, broken thumbs, but it doesn't mean much to me. Might mean a lot to someone else. A lampreys, which tells me at one point he had the hydrofoil. He did say that his ex-wife got rid of, just threw a bunch of stuff away, and I guess he wasn't too happy about that, and can you blame him? There's part of our RAM. There is no machine gun. And then here is the polar bear, which I have a couple. No, actually I have one of these now. Never had this growing up, and then I recently acquired one. It's a little beat up, but again, what I paid for this is pretty good. Here we have, I don't even know what the name of this is, but it does have the antenna, which I do believe is hard to come by. But what I did see in the picture was the bomb, which I don't have. I don't have the bomb or the trailer, but I actually have the gun on mine, so that's a win for me. Let's see here. Here's a new Stratoviper. This is the Stratoviper, Televiper. A newer one with one of the newer Uzis, I believe it was, that he came with. It even has the pouch right here, so, and there's the backpack that actually came with. So these figures are actually really nice, to be honest. I like that line. Here's a lower half of Frostbite, which means at one point in time he had Snowcat. Here's Snow Job. Again, definitely needs to be cleaned, maybe whitened a little bit. Let's see here. Newer Storm Shadow. I think I got a couple of these. Ooh, look at this. Cobra Trooper. Needs a new O-ring, but no crotch is broken. Thumbs aren't broken. Never have too many of these. Again, right now, I'm already telling you, can easily make back my money here. Alpine with a broken thumb. Again, someone might want it. Scrap iron. Now, again, here it is. He painted it. I ain't gonna lie, his paint job isn't half bad. So it really doesn't look bad. Looks like his face got burnt or something, but he painted the visor, and I believe, I want to say he painted the Cobra on it. Still doesn't look bad, to be honest. If you didn't know any better, he painted the grenades, and he really didn't do a bad job. Maybe I should ask him to customize some of my stuff here. Here's a dial tone. I got a bunch of dial tones. I think I got like 3 dial tones. I don't even know how I knew so many dial tones. He obviously painted. It's like, yeah, but that silver paint, because I think that's the only thing I've seen painted. But pretty funny, to be honest. And we have a Ripper, who has seen much better days, with a broken crotch too. Poor Ripper probably got kicked in the balls by some woman he was trying to grope. Here is a Duke. Take that out of his hand. Got a broken crotch. Although this might not be, he painted the gun silver. One of my Dukes, I actually blew out his heel, putting him on a stand. Watch with the new stands, like if you order a stand or you try and put some of the O-ring figures on it, some of the stands, the peg holes are too big and they'll blow out the back of the the heel. Sometimes you'll hear a crack and not know what it is, and all of a sudden the heel will blow out. So be careful with that. Smalljoes.com, they have really good stands, and you don't have any issues with that. This was one that I had seen and I was really excited to get, was version 2 clutch. I have a version 2 clutch upper body, but not the lower body. So I believe now I can finally have a complete FAM Mark II. And here is a newer Stalker. I don't have that figure. So let's look at some of these weapons. I'm not sure. Oh wow, this even has, I've never even ordered any of these, but the that's the hooks for the legs. So I've never had ordered those. So looking at a lot of this stuff, a lot of these weapons you can tell are the accessory packs. Actually, almost all of them are. I'm trying to see if there's anything in here that just like pops out. Something that we need. Here's Mainframe. He painted it. I don't see a lot of the weapons that I need, but I can kind of show you quickly here. And these are all the weapons that I'm getting. And there's clearly some that don't go to G.I. Joe. Again, I kind of wanted to do is kind of show you how I've gone about getting stuff. So a couple things that can tell you at least one thing is something like this here. And I believe, I have to double check, but that goes to the tactical battle platform. And I do have a complete one of these. But this thing is really hard to come by. And again, this is Ripcord's gun, but it's changed a little bit. This looks very much like what came with the tactical battle platform, but that I can tell you goes to the accessory kit because of the gray. But he's got a few other guns that I don't know. Maybe that went to G.I. Joe. It looks like Leatherneck's gun. That is not Leatherneck's gun. So here is Cobra Officer's AK-47 that he decided to paint. I do wonder if I could strip the paint off of it without melting the plastic. And by the looks of that one, looking at the paint or looking at the color, I believe this is the original one. So it's little things like this is how you end up completing a line. I don't know who that gun goes to. Here. So here's a couple like Star Wars. Like, so there's a couple newer stuff. Like that's a newer Star Wars weapon. I know that. That goes to a Star Wars droid. Mutt silencer from the accessory pack. So it clearly had an accessory pack. I don't know what this goes to. Yeah, it's actually pretty cool. Kind of small, but kind of cool little sniper. So pretty cool things in here. This is, you know, again, this is how you actually end up building up a collection, completing stuff that you, completing stuff that you already may have, but also being willing to sit on it to turn around and sell it on eBay or at a trade show or something like that. That's really the best way to do it. But yeah, I had someone recently, really recently asked me what's the best way to do it. And then this thing kind of just came along. And to be honest, I'm not going to get a lot out of this. At least I don't think. Who knows? I may end up making a lot more. But there's a few things in here that I really wanted, that I needed, that probably would have cost me the same trying to get it. So anyway, I'm going to wrap it up. Kind of rambled on. If you're still here, you're a glutton for punishment. I think those go to Star Wars. I don't know what that is. Looks kind of cool though. So there's some cool stuff in here. I think this may go to like a modern G.I. Joe that, I don't know, that didn't stick around. That went to G.I. Joe, then it was like towards the like in the 90s maybe. It's way too big. I mean, hell, that would fit a classified and still be awkward and not really fit properly. So I do need to see what some of this stuff is. I did get a lawn order. That's pretty cool. Again, I don't know what his accessories are, but I'm excited to have that. Excited for the gun piece. I actually 3D printed this. I was looking to 3D print this, but now if any spiders come out, you're gonna hear me scream like a little girl, just so you know. Oh, one piece is broken, so I gotta come up with that so I can get my Momat running. I need to get my maulers running. Let me do a video on that. You see how much slower this is compared to the mauler. But again, pretty cool stuff. You know, so again, like, this is how you come up with stuff. See, I kind of look between the videos here. This is all painted, all silver. You must have like a silver pen or something, so clearly brings down the value. I wouldn't be using this. A lot of dirt from probably 30 years ago. I have a feeling his kid maybe even played with it, just with some of the weapons that are mixed into it, but it was pretty cool. Again, I'll probably start parting some of the stuff out, try and make back some money, because anyone that's watching the video, watching any toy collector video and doing reviews, they gotta be sitting back going, how the hell is he affording that? And let's just say we're all single. I can't speak for everyone, but I'm single. So anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. Follow the channel, hit the bell. I probably won't be doing this too much because I really don't buy too much vintage stuff, that's for sure. More of a modern collector right now, except when it comes to G.I. Joe. But anyway, gonna wrap it up. Follow the channel, socials, Punk with Toys on Instagram and Twitter now. So anyway, have a nice day. And once again, happy toy hunting and happy toy hauling. Take care.